In the book, I argue that there was never any significant debate about the causes of the 2008 financial crisis. Although there were two narratives about why it happened, only one of them was accepted and propagated by the media. In effect, the necessary competition in ideas never occurred. As a result, the policy that was adopted, the Dodd-Frank Act, is not soundly based in any political consensus. This will leave the legitimacy of the Act in question for the foreseeable future. The Dodd-Frank Act is based on a narrative developed entirely by the left. It places responsibility for the financial crisis wholly on the private sector, and particularly on the large Wall Street commercial and investment banks. To the extent that the government had any role in the financial crisis, it was in failing to regulate adequately either those institutions or the mortgage originators who profited by selling mortgages to people who couldn't afford them. The book traces the influence of this narrative into the specific provisions of the Dodd-Frank Act. I argue in the book that this narrative is false. It was bad history, and it produced worse policy. It is certainly true that the private sector had some role in the financial crisis, but this was relatively minor when compared to the government's effort throughout the Clinton and in part of the Bush administrations to degrade mortgage standards in order to increase home ownership.